Greece. Rhodes and the Dodecans. Semi-sponge fishing turned these islands main port into one of the most prosperous in the Aegean and the beginning of the century. Today is peaceful enclave dedicated to tourism. Rhodes Island. The town of Lindos overlooks a rock bay in front of the which it said the Saint Paul was shipwrecked before founding the Church of Rodas. The myths of Rhodes. From the medieval mills of the port of Rhodes, you can see the columns with two bronze deer that flank the moat, located in the same place where the Colossus of Rhodes stood 2,000 years ago. The sculpture of the ghost Helios had a well marble base and was covered with bronze. Another mythical place on the island of Rhodes is Lindos, which template of Athena Lindia was one of the most revered in ancient Greece. It said that the Apostle Saint Paul was shipwrecked in this bay. Gastronomic delights. The Dodecans is a land of fish and cheese, sun-dried vegetables, and freshly baked bread. At Simi, the specialty is shrimp with also in Rodas, the pitarodia courgettes battered with tomato and onion. In Carpathos, bread and macaroni, and what cheese. Other delicious recipes are octopus with also and honey sweets. Chalky, the boats sweating port of Emborius, the only town on the island, in front to see the bell tower on St. Nicholas and taverns that serve fresh fish and lineup. Astipalaya, the white houses of Chora run up the hillside, the castle erected by the Venetians in the century. Temples full art. The Orthodox Church has a strong presence of the islands despite the proximity on the Turkish coast and the 4th centuries under Ottoman rule. The bell towers and painted domes stand out in all of towns the archipelago. The church have in common with Westgate, Facade, the country yards with choclaya mosaics of black and white paulets as in the church of St. Nicholas in Cheiki. And the interiors white icons and golden lamps. Some chapels take adventures of caves and East Astipelia and Leus. Carpathos landscapes. The two largest islands the Dodecans is one of the most varied in terms of the landscapes and customs. A very capital of the island unit is a good place to discover the mountainous interior. Olympus is a stronghold of traditions Lefkos. Anopi and Diaphani are typical coastals of towns. Dodecans category Dodecan Isla suggests that there are dozens islands in the Greek archipelago, but the major of number is surprising, sticking to the inhabilitated ones, discarding islets and rocks. Patmos, Archi, Marato, Lipsi, Agatonisi, Farmonsky, Leros, Kalymnos, Telendos, Serimos, Kos, Nisiros, Levita, Astipalata, Tilos, Simi, Chalki, Rodas, Carpathos, Casos, and skimming to the Turkish coast, the remote Catereliso. To visit the Decans, you first over across the Aegean Sea to the island of Rhodes. The old miles of the quay and walls of the medieval city, the traveler of the Colossus of Rhodes is missing. Bronze statue considered one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. collapsed by an earthquake and was places. Legend says we carried by serpents pirates in the century of back.